Morning, everyone. My name is Cameron Dieter, and I am here to tell you how an event in my life parallels history, particularly the Meiji Restoration. See, when I was in 4th grade, I could not use a computer to save my life. I could not play solitaire on a computer. I could not check my email on a computer. I could not use Microsoft Word on a computer. And as a result, all the assignments that I did for school were done by hand. See, the problem with that is that my handwriting is horrible. We're talking filthy, nasty, disgusting. We're talking people with 12 degrees in ancient languages could not decode my handwriting. So as a result, every assignment I turned in, the teacher's like, "What are you writing?" No one could understand it. The teacher could understand everyone else's assignments, however, because everyone else's assignments were typed. Everyone else knew how to type. Everyone else knew how to use PowerPoint. I did not know how to use PowerPoint, so I was at a severe disadvantage going into middle school. Now, at middle school, they were actually requiring that I type up my essays. At middle school, they were actually requiring that I use PowerPoint. I needed to learn how to do these things. My old computer was basically a piece of curmudgeon. So we went out, we got a new computer, and I fiddled around with it. I learned how to type, learned how to use PowerPoint. I learned how to use all these things, learned how to use all these tools that would help me throughout the rest of my life. And pretty soon, I was able to sort of tech talk circles around my peers. I was able to become more technologically savvy than everyone else, giving me a decisive advantage coming into high school. Now let me break down to you how this parallels Japan. Now, Japan, before the Meiji Restoration, was feudal. Japan was very old school. They did not have a whole lot of technology. They did not have a whole lot of advanced farming methods. As a result, their economy was suffering. See, everyone else in the world, England, France, Germany, all these places, they had industrialized. They had utilized technology to improve themselves. So they had these advanced farming methods. They had all of this technology they could use for the betterment of themselves. Japan did not have that. Therefore, Japan was lagging behind. So what Japan did was Japan had sort of a coup. The old imperial lineage took over, and the emperor was a guy named Mitsuhito. And Mitsuhito opened up relations with the West. Mitsuhito encouraged people to go to France, to Germany, to Britain, and learn these Western ideas, learn these capitalist, industrialist concepts, and bring them back to Japan. Sort of opened up relations between Japan and the West. Now, as a result of this sort of free exchange of ideas between the East and the West, the Japanese economy blew up, and blew up in a good way. In 1872, Japan had a grand total of 18 miles of train track. In 1914, they had a grand total of 7,100. And now, I've been to Japan twice myself, I know, I have seen the fact that there are train tracks everywhere. This is an example of this rapid sort of industrialization and westernization of Japan. Japan is currently the second largest economy in the world. And in many ways, Japan is actually more westernized than the United States. I've been there. I've been to Tokyo. And in Tokyo, they have these great, big, honking, huge, technologically, tremendously advanced skyscrapers and such. And these are things that are sort of typically associated with New York, with modern Western culture. And in fact, they're sort of bigger and better in Japan. Japan has sort of risen to the cream of the crop now. And it's all because of the Meiji Restoration. And this is how my life, particularly me learning how to use a computer, and history, particularly the Meiji Restoration in Japan, learning how to use technology, and learning how to westernize, learning how to industrialize to their benefit, parallel each other. And this is why history matters to my life.